Hey there, hydroponics fans, it's Charlie here. Welcome back to the Proponics YouTube channel, your go-to place for all things hydroponics and more, as you'll see today. In today's video, we'll be looking at mushroom cultivation, which, while not hydroponics, shares some similarities in its use of a substrate to support mushrooms. So if you're wondering how that works, stay tuned to find out more. Mushrooms, unlike traditional plants, have a unique life cycle. It all starts with tiny spores that are carried through the air until they find a suitable surface. When two compatible spores meet, they begin to form what's called mycelium. Mycelium, which resembles a delicate web, serves as the foundation for mushroom growth. Think of it as an underground network which seeks out nutrition for growth, much like roots in plants. Unlike plants, mushrooms respire, taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide, just like humans. Now, let's talk substrate. What is it? It's essentially a substance which can physically and nutritionally support the mushroom, providing everything it needs to thrive. Much like in hydroponics, when a plant is placed within a specific medium that is enriched by the flow of nutrient water, the substrate, in this instance, will contain everything from the get-go. There are two main ways to kickstart mushrooms: mushroom kits and growing from scratch using spores. Mushroom kits are a fantastic beginner's choice. These ready-to-go substrate blocks contain all the essential nutrients, including the precious mycelium. Just add a bit of chilled, non-chlorinated water, keep it in a dark spot where the temperature is between 16 degrees C and 24 degrees C, or 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and voila! Harvest your first mushrooms in just a few days. Pretty straightforward. Now, if you're up for more of a challenge, growing from scratch is the way to go. This process involves making and inoculating blocks of substrate with mushroom spores. You'll need vermiculite, brown rice flour, water, mason jars with lids, preferably modified lids with holes, aluminium foil, micropore tape, a pressure cooker, and a spore syringe or liquid culture. Alright, let's dive into the making of our inoculated vermiculite substrate. Start by mixing 2 parts vermiculite, 1 part brown rice, and 1 part water, preferably filtered or distilled. Squeeze the mixture just right, not too wet, not too dry. Next up, sterilize the substrate. Place them in jars, leaving room at the top. Wrap them in aluminium foil. Put them in the pressure cooker with water at 1 bar or 15 psi and let them steam for at least 90 minutes. Once cooled, it's time to inoculate. Using an open flame, sterilize the needle and inject a few cc's of spore syringe or liquid culture in each of the holes in the lids. Cover each hole with micropore tape. Make sure to flame sterilize the syringe between each jar. Now, store it away from direct sunlight and let the mycelium do its thing for about 2 weeks. As your mycelium thrives, it's time to create the ideal environment for mushroom growth. Keep them in a well-lit area for 5 to 6 hours a day, and don't forget the humidity. A humidifier and a light misting will do wonders. Before you know it, the substrate will start producing primordia or pins. These tiny formations will mature into mushrooms within days. Grab a sharp knife and harvest away, making room for the next wave of growth. And with that, you have a general guide to growing mushrooms with substrate. This is just one of the many methods for growing mushrooms, so explore and experiment with different techniques and mushroom varieties to find what suits you best. If you like what you just saw, go ahead and click the link in the description to find a full detailed article on this video's topic. And if you learned something new today, hit that like button and let us know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more hydroponics educational content, and visit proponics.co.uk for in-depth articles on all things hydroponics. Grow smarter with Proponics, and until next time, happy growing.